Now, for those who may not know, you were blind, but you weren't born blind. You actually became blind after an acid attack in 2002.
Yes, I was brutally assaulted in 2002 by a young lady that, unbeknownst to me, we were dating the same guy. And I was called to a place by him one day, and I went out there looking for my car, and she came out, called my name, screamed my name, Sabrina, and she threw a concoction of bleach and mixed with Red Devil Eye. She threw it on me. 17% of my body was burned that day. I fell to my knees, and he actually took me to the gas station about 3 minutes away, but eventually left me there to die.
What?
Yeah.
Why the gas station? Like, that was just...
I think that was the closest thing that he could find. But it was just such a terrifying moment for me. And if it had not been for the gas attendant to, call 911 and get me help, I probably would have died that day.
Kodak Black's ex, Miranda Johnson, just dropped a bombshell, claiming he sent people to throw acid in her face. She went off on her Instagram story, unloading some seriously destructive allegations against the rapper, who she shares 2 kids with. Miranda didn't hold back, calling Kodak a deadbeat dad who doesn't provide for their children, and accusing him of both emotional and physical abuse. She believes he's jealous of her success as an entrepreneur and real estate agent. This apparently led to the most shocking claim that Kodak sent his crew to attack her with acid during a hosting event she was doing. In her own words, she finished her post saying, "Stop trying to figure out where I stay after you sent Nais to my hosting to throw acid in my face. I'm scared of you." Remember, these 2 were actually engaged after meeting in 2022. This latest drama follows a massive brawl involving multiple baby mamas just months ago, after which Miranda demanded more child support. It seems things between them have gone from bad to terrifying.
Hairdresser hospitalized after acid attack. According to reports, the hairdresser in photo attached was lured to a residence for an appointment. Upon arrival, she was ambushed by 2 women who threw acid on her. This is a developing news story.
A gesture of kindness for her friend nearly cost a Mobile woman her life and left her with painful chemical burns on her face and her body. 25-year-old Quishay Williams is in the Mobile jail tonight, charged with assault, accused of attacking her friend with some sort of caustic liquid. 27-year-old Jasmine Clausel is a single mom and a nursing student in Mobile. She's now at the University Hospital being treated for burns. Darwin Singleton from our sister station has the story.
I'm not really even mad, honestly. My feelings just hurt.
Tonight, it's both emotional and physical pain that has 27-year-old Jasmine Causell in this hospital bed. She has chemical burns to her face and left eye after being doused with a caustic fluid, the burns extending down to other parts of her body. And this was no accident.
Whatever she mixed together, it was strong enough to burn like holes in my couch and in my
was being burned alive.
Police had deemed the incident to be an accident. That's when Christy told authorities this was no accident, that her boyfriend had deliberately doused her with acid because she was breaking up with him. Police listened to the 911 call again, and there was this telling moment.
They told him to rinse me off. He came over to me in a calm voice and said, "Baby, just sit here. They said not to rinse you off."
Incredibly, the boyfriend, Andrew Fordham, let the acid burn into her skin for 10. A jury found Fordham guilty of aggravated assault. At his sentencing in Hamilton, Georgia, Christy stared down the man.
"I'm so sorry for everything that you've been through for the past 2 years. And not in a million years would I have ever done this to you intentionally. This was an accident."
I did not believe his apology. I did not feel any sincerity whatsoever.
Neither did the judge.
It will be 20 years to serve in the state penal system.
Beautiful women are always lonely because we can't trust anybody. Even people we think or thought we could trust, eventually they're gonna change on you, turn on you, flip on you. It's only a matter of time because it's something about our presence. Our presence triggers other people's insecurities. They trigger other people's emotions. And it's like we can't control how we make other people feel. And it sucks because a lot of us, that's why when we were younger, we would dim our light because we didn't want to outshine other people. It's not our fault. We can't help it. That's what triple threats do. But unfortunately, one of the side effects of that is you tend to show people what they're lacking in themselves, and because of that, they treat you a certain way. They mistreat you. They want to isolate you on purpose. You're the only one in the group that people want to purposely make feel like you're left out of the group. Like if you ever try to join a friend group or just try to fit in general in any type of groups, like group settings, like let's say you have at school, you have to do a group project. I used to hate group projects, but because people make you feel like you're not even included, you're isolated, or they won't talk to you as much. They won't look at you in conversation when they're talking to the other people in the group. Like they are trying to purposely make you feel like you're an outsider to the group, like you don't belong, and that's on purpose. That's intentional. That's to get you to feel like you don't belong because you're already bright enough. You don't need any more validation. And I don't know what it is about people, why they feel the need to do that. It's a humbling tactic towards us. And a lot of us have been through so many humbling tactics to the point where we do it to ourselves. We self-humble ourselves. We dim our lights so other people can not feel so low in our light, I guess. I don't know. It's like they don't believe that they can also feel or also be as bright as us. But instead they feel like they need to turn our light down a notch, which is not happening anymore, at least not for me. I'm done with those days. I would rather be by myself than to dim my light anymore for anybody else. Instead of them bringing themselves up, they just want to hate. I've never ever hated on anybody. I don't even get that. In any situation where I felt like I was quote unquote leveled down or in my lower vibrational state, whatever, I think for the most part, a majority of us have been there at some point in our lives. But when I was there, I would admire the pretty girls, the older pretty girls. Like at my church, there were always like the one or two pretty girls that I always either admired, but I was too young to hang out with them. But, you know, I would admire them and appreciate them, and I guess you could say studying them, because when I got older, a lot of my aesthetic comes from some of those girls that I looked up to, and it was me looking up to them. It wasn't me hating on them. The idea of hating on somebody else's blessings or beauty doesn't make any sense. It has to be like some type of a mind state that people have to be in. Like, even when you don't have, because there's people who don't have what somebody else has, and because they don't, they'll hate that person and they'll try to do things to this person. When it comes to beautiful women, a lot of the times our lives can be in danger if somebody's jealous of us. I watch Deadly Women a lot, that TV show Deadly Women, and there was some situations where friends were jealous of the friend in the friend group or that one girl, and then they would invite her to somewhere, or they would go to like some girls trip, and the girl would be so interested because these are my girls, you know, and she's not thinking nothing of it. As soon as she gets somewhere with them, isolated and alone, whether that's another country or whatever, a camp, cabin house, it always ends up she gets jumped, she gets violated, she gets hurt, used and abused, and just mistreated, just because she's what? Because she looks good, she's attractive. In them other countries, I don't know, I think it happens in America too, but I hear more about it in other countries where a female will get acid thrown on her, not even knowing where it's coming from, and people just targeting her because she looks good. I know actually did happen in America because there was a situation with these sisters. One sister was jealous of the other sister and she threw acid on her sister's face. If I can find the clip, I'm going to put it on the video. But I remember that. I was just like, the sister, the family. You got to watch out for family. It's lonely in your family too. It's very, like, people in your own family, you got to watch out for it. It's crazy. But it's real. Especially females. Men will be jealous of you too. But with the female hate, it's when they hate you, it's more vindictive, it's more malicious, evil. Women can get very evil. Especially insecure femcells. Not just basic Bettys, but the male-centered women who feel like you're getting all the male attention. And people think, oh, you got attention, you must not be lonely, right? No, that's not what it is. Having too much attention is the surface. It's how people are attracted to you. But because of that, if they feel a certain way in them, the way they treat you because of how they feel, it'd be so crazy. Like, if you're really attractive, I notice guys, if they like you, they'll actually mistreat you a lot. And it's not even because they want to mistreat you, it's because they don't know how to handle your beauty. And so they react weirdly, and in turn, that's how they end up mistreating you. Exoticals United just made a story time about her in a call center, and that manager was just giving her such a hard time. And in the end, he ended up liking her or trying to get to know her more. And I was just like, this is so typical of men who do this. They always do this. I remember like a couple of months ago, these two white boys at my job were trying to purposely kick me out of my table because I was the only, like I say, I sit by myself now. And the one table I sit at by myself, people know I sit there. And so one day I went to the break room and those two white boys were sitting at the table. I was like, okay, cool. I ain't gonna say nothing. And I sat at the table right behind them. But the next day, I wanted to claim my table because that's where I sit. I mean, I don't own this spot, but that's where I sit. And I put my cup on the table and I went to go grab something else. When I come back to my spot, these two white boys, not only are they in my spot, they moved my cup to the back table. And I'm just like, are you serious? I didn't say nothing out loud because I'm not gonna give them what they want, which is a reaction out of me. I know what people are trying to do because they gave me a look and see if I would say something, and I didn't say anything. I didn't let them think they had any power over me. And I just sat right where I was. It's like, y'all not gonna get nothing from me. Nothing. People want to mistreat me for what? And this same white boy be trying to talk to me every now and then while we're working. I'm like, do not talk to me. Like, I cannot stand people like that. People always want to sabotage you. People always, this humiliation rituals, I've had enough of them. I've had enough of humiliation rituals. Like, that's why I'd rather be by myself. And I'm okay with that. This is really for my younger exoticals, my younger pretty girls who are still learning these lessons, because at my early 30 age, I'm still going through the motions of, I already know what's up, but yet I still keep giving people the benefit of the doubt. Like, this person's not going to, like, for example, this female that I thought I was going to be really cool with at my job, because me and her kind of clicked, because I was like, oh, we have a lot in common. She talks to me. She would be talking to me first. She would always over-compliment me, though, which I thought was very weird and kind of a red flag, because she will always overly compliment me a lot in unnecessary situations. And I'm like, why does she keep complimenting me when it's not necessary? And I have to watch out for that, because that's like a really big red flag. And then, you know, she would always talk to me, and I thought we were being cool. I don't really trust females, especially if they're so eager to want to get to know me and talk to me out of the blue. And this is, I noticed as we were talking, she would talk about other people around the building, and she would gossip about almost everybody. That was another red flag. I'm like, if you talk about all these other people, do you talk about me? And I was just like, it was always that thing in the back of my head, like, it was almost like my discernment was just really high with her. Something told me not to trust her. But she will always be like, oh, girl, call me. We homegirls. You could call me anytime. And I would call her every now and then, but I just didn't know. I don't trust female friendships. They never last. And then, like, yesterday, 2 days ago, this lady flips on me. Like, I call her a lady now because I thought we was going to be cool at one point, but that was me still giving her the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe she's different. No. They always end up flipping on you. So the next day I saw her, I was like, oh, hey, I spoke to her. Walked straight past me, didn't see me. I was like, oh, maybe she didn't see me, she's tired. So the second time I said, hello, are you good? Ignored me again. I was right beside her. Ignored me again. I was like, okay, cool. You don't get to play me too many more times. And so the whole day we was right beside each other for the most part. Didn't speak to me, act like I wasn't even there. And that's what they do. Eventually they turn on you. So female friendships never last. I'm getting used to being alone. I have my exotical family. I'm good. I only want to hang out with leveled up women and women who get it, who get what other pretty women go through. If you ain't leveled up, you can't be my friend. I don't think, like I say, like I'm kind of done with even expecting any type of female friendships anytime soon. Because it never fails. They will flip on you eventually. You're too much for them. You shine too bright. And she would always, anytime she would compliment me, she would always compliment herself and be like, oh yeah, we're the pretty girls. Like, she would always be like that, like, oh yeah, we are the most two pretty girls in the building. And like true pretty beautiful women don't have to say that every 5 minutes. It's almost like she was trying to reassure herself that she was pretty too, and always was trying to get me to confirm it with her, because she would always talk about her looks when I'm around her, and she would always talk about my looks, but it was always like, it's because you're pretty is why people don't talk to you, or because I would always confide in her about certain things, about like why people mistreating me, and she was like, and I never brag about how I look. I never talk about that because I don't have to. Other people do it for me, and that's how you know you're actually attractive versus people who think they're attractive. You don't have to say that you're attractive every 5 minutes to prove that you are. You just are. And that's what she would keep doing. So that was another kind of sign, a red flag, that I knew, you know, she was on one. She was up to something. There was something going on behind the scenes. I don't know if she was just trying to feel me out, play with me. I don't know. But all I know is she talks mad shit about everybody else. So I'm like, why don't I? It's so far-fetched that she doesn't talk about me to other people. So it's like, I don't even know why I thought I could give her the benefit of the doubt at all. Because I thought she was so nice. And that's how they'll get you. You know, they'll come on nice and sweet like they want to be your friend. And you think you finally met somebody, but no. They'll switch on you. So I just want to warn other females, watch out for them girls who are overly obsessed with being your friend. Because there's a motive behind that. I'm not going to say always, but it's always usually a red flag you have to look out for. So, yeah, I'm okay. I'm content with being alone. I'm getting used to it. I have my higher self. I have my exotical family. You know, I have a passion of doing what I love, which is making videos in this platform. It keeps me busy. It keeps me working, you know, so I don't have to think about, oh, I don't have any friends, I'm all alone. No, I'm always working on myself. I'm at the gym. If I'm not working on videos, you know, I'm always doing stuff for me and my family, and I'm fine, you know. Well, we will be fine. So this is just a message to you all to not get discouraged, and just understand it comes with the territory with being beautiful, being a triple threat. You just naturally, when Have you ever looked at a really bright light? It's like when it's really bright, you kind of have to like automatically like turn your eyes from it because it's so bright. And that's just kind of what you do to people. It's not your fault. It's just how, it's kind of how it is. I don't know if it's called physics, but it's kind of like a natural reaction. People are going to automatically turn their eyes, close their eyes, and turn their heads away when the light is too bright in the room. That's just how it is. Like I said, it comes with the territory. So I hope y'all understand what I was saying in this video. And just accept the fact that beautiful women, we're lonely, and that doesn't mean we're alone. Don't get it twisted, okay? Being lonely doesn't mean alone. Be okay with being by yourself. Be okay with sitting by yourself. Because it keeps you protected. It keeps you safe, okay? So let me know what y'all think about this one, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Thank you for listening.